Welcome to video 2.2, Time Matters Time Series Charts. In the previous video, we took a look at the analytical dashboard example. In this video, we'll start building it, beginning with time series charts. There are a wide variety of chart types that can help analysts explore time series data. We're just going to touch upon a few popular ones to get a feel for working with time in Power BI. Starting from our pharmacy KPIs created in video 1.4, we'll build waterfall, area, and ribbon charts. We'll have a look at drill down, seasonality, and trend analysis. Let's jump in. Open up the report we created in video 1.4, or the equivalent one in code files. It should be called drug data video 1.4.pbix. Analytic dashboards can be busy, so let's turn on some layout assists. In the ribbon, go to View, and check Show Grid Lines and Snap Objects to Grid. This will make it easier to line up charts. We won't need the multi-row card, so delete that. And let's drag our KPIs to the top left, making them about 3 cells wide by 2 cells high. We'll start with the waterfall chart as it's a good high-level summary. Click in the canvas, and then click to drop a waterfall chart. We'll drag it out to fit nicely under the KPIs. The waterfall chart visualizes the positive and negative contributions to a total. It works great with a date hierarchy if you drag it to category. We're going to be analyzing sales in all of these charts, so drag that to y-axis. We could also break it down, for example, by drug ID, or drug name in this case. You can see this more clearly in focus mode. We can see then the strongest individual contributors to the trend. For example, strong nitrogen sales in 2016, followed by a similar size drop in nitrogen sales the following year. Since most of our drug types get grouped into other, for our summary purposes, we'll just drop the breakdown. What we can see quickly here is that 2016 was our strongest year, and we've been losing ground ever since. 2018 is looking particularly weak. Let's look into that. Enable drill mode by clicking the down arrow in the top right. Click the 2018 bar to drill down. We just don't have Q4 data yet. Not to worry then. Click the up arrow to return to the main view. Note that all drill down options are also available in the ribbon's Data Drill tab. The next one is particularly interesting for time series analysis. Click the double down arrows, or Show Next Level, to see sales aggregated by quarter. This is a kind of seasonality analysis. We could use this to determine, for example, when during the year we make most of our sales. If we drill one more, we can see each month's contributions, which makes May and July look like pretty strong months. If you keep going, it breaks down by day of month. Drill back up, and let's look at one more drill down feature. The branching arrow, or expand next level, expands all members to the next level without aggregating. So this time, we see the contribution of each quarter since we started business. Okay, let's go back to the report and add an area chart. Click in the canvas, and then click Area Chart. We'll line it up next to our waterfall, drag invoice date, as usual for these examples, to axis, and sales to values. At the basic level, you can see that it mirrors the trend in our KPIs. We'll break it down a bit. Let's split it by company by dragging company name to legend. Who's this big purple contributor? Enter focus mode, and then click the purple dot, the data point. We have so many companies, we do need to scroll the legend, and we can then see that it's Nalco Labs. You can see we also have all the drill down capabilities that we just saw with the waterfall chart. But because of their ubiquity, area and line charts have an extra superpower, analytics. Click the magnifying glass icon to open the analytics pane. This is obviously tailor-made for analytical dashboards. As a simple example, we can add a trend line, which lets us see the forest for the trees. After clicking trend line, click add, and you can see it here. Good news, the trend is increasing. You'll find varying degrees of analytics on other charts too. Now, one downside of the area chart is that it overlays all the series, making it hard to see their relative ranks. We could switch to a stacked area chart to alleviate this somewhat, but an even tidier visual for ranks over time is the ribbon chart. So let's go back to the report, and as usual, click in the canvas, and then click to create a ribbon chart. Fan that out to take some of the space up, and then let's add the usual suspects. Invoice date to axis, and sales to value. The point of a ribbon chart is to visualize change in rank over time, so we'll break it down by company name to rank companies. We drag that to legend. Let's pop into focus mode to see what's going on. Ribbon is essentially a stacked bar chart with the stacks in rank order and connected by flows. We can see Nelco dominating our sales consistently in first place. Second place is contested, however. Remedy Repack, then Meyer, then Cardinal, Mylan, and finally Remedy Repack makes a comeback. Alternatively, you can trace an individual company by clicking in the legend. Here we can see Cardinal starting near the bottom and working its way up really close to the top and holding out pretty well. I call that pulling a Drake. Now, be sure to save your work. In the next video, we'll bring in 2 heat map custom visuals.